Hi LEGO fans! It's Friday, and hopefully we've all moved on from the Justice for Mantis and Chicken Gate thing. We've reached the last 10 days of Advent, and I expect all calendars to start raising their game as we approach the big day. Harry Potter may have the lead, but City and Star Wars are snapping at his robes and can easily overtake. So let's dive in and see what we can find behind every door number 16. We're starting out today's Advent adventure with LEGO City, and we really don't have a lot of doors left. Well, let's punch open door number 16, and what do we have here? Oh, I think this is one of those novelty oversized outdoor checkers games, except clearly it's not got enough squares. You should have 64 squares on one of these. Well, I suppose 9 will do it. You could play tic-tac-toe with it. Or maybe it is outdoor tic-tac-toe. Probably more likely to be a checkers board with the amount of tokens we've got there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I shall put this thing together and we shall take a closer look. So the jury's out on whether this is tic-tac-toe or checkers. I'm drawn towards the latter given the checkered board. It reminds me of the time I had dinner with Gary Kasparov and the restaurant had checkered tablecloths. It took him 2 hours to pass the salt. Speaking of chess, I used to teach it until I discovered my checkered past. The brown fence element makes me think this is probably one of those giant games that you sometimes see at hotels and places like that. It comes with a generous supply of 1x1 plates in trans green and red, and the board is a traditional checkerboard configuration. If you so desired, you could use this for a game of tic-tac-toe or noughts and crosses. I suspect it wouldn't work too well with the plates sliding across the tiles. LEGO City has a bit of a checkered history when it comes to earning points. I wonder how this will score in today's game of Advent Calendar Roulette. Next we have the LEGO Fiends, who got a rare win at the expense of Harry Potter yesterday. We are looking for 16, there it is, and let's see what we got today, what horrors lie in store. Oh my, what is that? We got a penguin. It looks like one of those robot things that Olivia would make. And then it's on, I don't know what this is, some kind of table, maybe with either gifts or some kind of wrapping. No, it can't be a wrapping station. Yeah, so we've got a penguin with some gifts and on a table for some reason. It's not a clockwork one, is it? No, I'm not seeing any keys in there. So weird penguin related gift. We shall put this little thing together and take a closer look. And so for the second time in 2022, we have a little birdage from the Advent calendar. This would appear to be some kind of gift table, complete with penguin for some reason. The gifts are nicely decorated with gold ribbons and definitely pass the festive test. Aligning nicely with the Friends theming, we have a purple gift and also a pink gift. They sit on a festive red and green table, but no textured 1x2 legs this time. Of course, the most mysterious component of today's gift is the penguin. I would tell a few penguin jokes, but they wouldn't fly, so how about this one? What type of pasta do they eat in Antarctica? Penguini! I did try to get a penguin to fly once. That was the first and last time I ever get kicked off an aeroplane. This simple and compact penguin is built from 6 elements. I like the 1x1 modified tile used for the beak and also the curved element for the head. I'm probably missing some kind of meaning related to the penguin. It's a cute gift and definitely fits the festive brief. But as things heat up in the race for 2022 Advent Calendar of the Year, will this flightless wonder get a chilly reception in the scoring? Next we have Star Wars, which remains a contender for Advent Calendar of the Year. We are of course going for door number 16 if I can find it, and oh my, oh no, it was gonna happen. Oh, I see. Oh, now that's going to make my life difficult. Oh, after yesterday. So we have a weapons rack. Which would usually score 1 point. But LEGO has included a little shooting thing. We got a gun. Exactly the same as Friends gave us yesterday, and of course I gave Friends a lot of points for that, so I'm going to have to take that into account. I can't just dismiss the weapons rack, but anyhow, no targets I see, nothing to shoot at, which is probably best for stormtroopers, but let me put this thing together and we shall fire off a few studs. Alrighty, so I see what you've done here, LEGO Star Wars. Usually weapons racks will not score highly, but this one includes a stud firing gun, which always sways my opinion. It also includes a mouse droid, maybe that's for target practice. This is as simple as it gets, being constructed from a roller skate and a 1x1 tile. We also have a small container of ammunition, in this case trans-red studs. I suspect there's not nearly as many there as we're going to need. Luckily for us, we can always go order more ammo on Amazon. As well as being very useful for storing guns and ammo, this also acts as a good shield to use in the event of a gunfight. I once got cornered in a shootout and had to fight my way out using a knife. Apparently that's not allowed in the paintball league. One detail I nearly missed is the mouse hole at the bottom of the weapons rack. It's not big enough for the mouse droid to drive through, but I really like the attention to detail. I also really like these new stud firing guns. Unlike the old ones, these are super easy to reload and fire. I honestly didn't expect to like this gift, but it's really growing on me. Star Wars has shot up in my estimation. Calendar 4 on this festive Friday is The Boy What Gone Done Lived, and we're moving on to a new movie. I believe this is going to be The Half-Blood Prince, and yet the potions book, Advanced Potions Making, would confirm that. So let's get into this and see what we've got. Now, I know what this is. It's not a minifigure, and I don't think we can judge this as a minifigure, because at the end of the day it's an armchair with somebody's head slapped on the top. But that somebody is Horace Slughorn. If you've seen the movie, you'll remember he disguises himself as an armchair and gets found by Dumbledore and Harry. Merlin's beard! Yes, Merlin's beard, Harry. Yeah, it's actually a really kooky little gift. But I love this. Whether the expectation will live up to the reality, I don't know, but we shall put this little guy together and see if he stacks up against the rest of the gifts. And so we have Professor Horace Eugene Flaccus Slughorn, who I have to say makes a very convincing armchair. In terms of minifigure parts, I don't think we have anything new here. But you've got to love the way LEGO has recreated this scene from the movie. The armchair, like Slughorn, is well upholstered and uses 3 shades of purple. One of those purple pieces is a jumper plate which allows Slughorn's head to sit on top of the chair. My one criticism is that this looks more like a love seat or a sofa than an armchair. The facial expression is also not ideal for this scene. We have a smiling Slughorn and then a more serious Slughorn. I really would have liked to have seen a shocked expression shouting, "Merlin's beard!" Like most of the gifts, this does not tick the festive box. But as a fun recreation of an unusual scene in the movie, this is very well executed. Will it get executed by Darth's gun in the scoring? We'll find out in exactly 2 minutes. And bringing home the adventure today is Guardians of the Galaxy and door number 16. Let's see what we have. Not a minifigure. Yeah, don't get confused by that one. Oh, I see. Yeah, we've got another awesome mixtape. And it looks like a hi-fi system, which is nice, or maybe even a boombox. So we're going to have the awesome mixtape tile, and there's some nice dial elements in there as well. Yeah, you know, definitely not a minifigure, but very, I guess, nicely themed to Guardians of the Galaxy with the mixtape. Not so sure about the boombox, but anyway, let's put this thing together. Stop rambling, Jeremy, and we shall give it some points. So our final gift today comes from Guardians of the Galaxy and is something to play the awesome mixtape on. I don't know whether it's a hi-fi or an old school boombox with removable speakers, but it reminds me of something I bought to play my old cassette tapes on. I had to take it back as it was making a terrible high-pitched noise. Turns out Mrs H left her Mariah Carey tape in the machine. At the centre of the action we find the same 1x2 printed tile depicting the awesome mixtape that also came with Peter Quill's Walkman. LEGO has also incorporated these printed dial elements. I'm not sure if these are VU meters or maybe dials for volume and tuning. The speakers, which are not attached to the boombox, are just made out of 1x2 bricks with grill elements on them. You can also attach them to the 1x4 jumper plate on top of the machine, although if I'm honest, this doesn't look very practical. For those of you that don't remember the technology, cassette tapes always had a side A and side B. I guess that's why they're called the successor, CD. I don't think this specific piece of equipment has any links to the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a nice enough little gift, but will that be enough to win some points today? Let's find out! And so we've collected 5 festive Friday bundles of fun from behind door number 16 of every LEGO advent calendar. From LEGO City we got a game of checkers, LEGO Friends gave us a gift table with a penguin, Star Wars tried to smuggle in a weapons rack underneath my nose, from LEGO Harry Potter, Merlin's beard, and from the Guardians of the Galaxy we got an old school tape deck. But which one of these gifts deserves to relax in the Muggle's armchair listening to old school tunes, and which deserves to get banished to the Antarctic to live with the penguins? Let's award some points! In last place, earning 1 point for LEGO City, is the checkerboard. It's not desperately bad, but it doesn't stand out on a mediocre day. Coming in 4th with 2 points is LEGO Friends with their random penguin. In 3rd place, earning 3 points, is the Guardians of the Galaxy boombox. Come on Guardians, give me something to work with here. That means once again I have an almost impossible dilemma, and whichever way I call this, I'm going to be wrong. Do I go with the innovative armchair crossed with a minifigure, or get criticised for giving points to an embellished weapons rack? To maintain some consistency, I'm giving 2nd place and 4 points to LEGO Harry Potter. For augmenting their weapons rack with a firearm, Star Wars snatches away 5 points and gift of the day. But which of these gifts deserves a festive bonus point? It's no contest, the bonus point goes to LEGO Friends. But do you agree with today's scores? Do I deserve to be on the wrong end of Darth's firearm for giving City 1 point, or will I need a Beazle after consuming spiked Bung Barrel's aged mead for denying Harry Potter 1st place? As always, please do share your opinions in the comments. I do read them all, I love the disagreements, and I respond to as many as I can. So after today's points, how is the leaderboard looking? Remaining in last place with 43 points are the Guardians of the Galaxy. Just 1 point ahead with 44 in 4th place are the LEGO Friends. And then we have City in 3rd place with 50 points. Star Wars edges ever closer to the top in 2nd place with 54 points. But remaining in the lead with 59 points, Merlin's beard! It's LEGO Harry Potter! It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and only 7 doors remain between now and Christmas Eve. Is anybody else getting just a little bit excited? I'll be back with another 5 gifts on Super Saturday, so I hope you have a fantastic Friday, stay safe, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow.